So your 40s. It's a weird decade, isn't it? One minute, you feel like you've got this whole adult thing down, and the next, you're officially middle-aged. But here's the thing a lot of people miss. Your 40s can be the decade where your money finally starts working harder for you than you work for it. This really can be your financial championship decade, but only if you know the right moves to make. Okay, let's get into it.
You know you're in your 40s when the signs just become undeniable. You wake up and your back hurts from just sleeping. You make that weird oof sound when you get up off the couch. And all of a sudden you find yourself getting genuinely, truly excited about a really good vacuum cleaner with great suction. Yeah, your priorities have definitely shifted.
But you know what? Along with all these new quirks comes an incredibly powerful combination. You're probably in your peak earning years, you've hopefully learned from some past mistakes, and you still have a really solid runway for compound interest to work its magic. So the real question is, are you going to use this decade to build serious, life-changing wealth? Let's break down the playbook.
First things first, we have to build a rock-solid foundation. This is all about playing defense. We need to make sure your financial house is completely indestructible before we start trying to score points.
Look, back in your 30s, a 6-month emergency fund was probably just fine. But in your 40s, life's potential emergencies get a whole lot more expensive, right? A new roof, unexpected medical stuff, maybe helping out aging parents, that can all cost a small fortune. That's why you need to upgrade to what we'll call a fortress emergency fund. That's 9, maybe even 12 months of living expenses parked in a high-yield savings account where it can at least try to keep up with inflation.
Okay, the next defensive move is absolutely crucial. You have got to eliminate all high-interest debt. I'm talking about credit cards, car loans, student loans, the whole shebang. We'll give your mortgage a pass for now, but everything else has to go. Think of it this way. Debt payments are like a financial anchor chained to your ankle while you're trying to swim toward wealth.
Now, when you look at these numbers individually, they seem normal, right? I mean, who doesn't have a car payment or student loans? But when you add them up, you see the real problem. That's $1,100 every single month that is literally just vanishing, making someone else rich instead of you. But here's the number that should really make you sit up straight. If you took that same $1,100 a month and invested it for the next 20 years, it could grow to over $650,000. That is the jaw-dropping opportunity cost of holding on to that debt in your 40s. It's not about the payments today. It's about the massive future wealth you are giving up.
And this quote just nails the mindset shift, doesn't it? The person behind this analysis learned this the hard way with a big car payment. He realized he was literally trading his future freedom for a current status symbol. Paying off that car and just driving it for years longer became one of the best financial moves he ever made.
All right, last piece of our defense, and it's one most people just want to ignore until it's way too late. Long-term care. Get this, a sobering 70% of people over 65 will need some form of it. And it can easily cost over $7,000 a month, an expense that can absolutely obliterate a lifetime of savings. Your 40s, while you're still healthy and insurable, is the perfect time to make a plan for this. Okay, our defenses are solid. The fortress is built. Now it's time to have some fun and go on offense. This is where we stop just protecting our money and start making it grow aggressively.
Here it is, the big headline goal for this decade. Have 6 times your annual salary saved for retirement by the time you blow out the candles on your 50th birthday. Now, why that specific number? Well, financial planners see this as a key benchmark. It's the point where you've reached a critical mass, where your investment portfolio is finally big enough for compound growth to start doing the really, really heavy lifting for you.
So what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, if you're making around the median salary for someone in their 40s, say about 80 grand a year, your target is to have $480,000 saved up in all your retirement accounts by age 50. I know, it's a big number, but it is absolutely achievable, and hitting it is a total game changer.
In this chart right here, this is why that number is so powerful. If you can hit that $480,000 goal by 50 and then just let it grow with your normal contributions, compound interest can more than triple it by a typical retirement age. It turns that pile into over $1.6 million. You see, you've built the foundation, and now it just grows exponentially almost on its own.
Next up on offense, stop relying on one paycheck. In today's world, that's just too risky. The amazing thing about being in your 40s is you now have decades of expertise you can leverage. You can turn your professional skills into a side consulting gig, you can invest in rental properties, build a portfolio of dividend-paying stocks, or, hey, maybe even finally write that book you've been talking about for years.
Now, here's a crucial point. Your peak earning years are also your peak taxing years, so you have to get serious about tax optimization. This is all about legally keeping more of your hard-earned money so it can be invested for your future. It means you are contributing the absolute maximum amount the law allows to your 401k and IRAs. And you're getting ready to use those awesome catch-up contributions that let you save even more once you cross 50.
All right, let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle. We've covered defense, we've covered offense. Now we need to master the advanced mindset that ties it all together. This isn't just about spreadsheets and numbers anymore. This is about the psychology that really separates the truly wealthy from everyone else.
So the ultimate goal here is to achieve something called wealth-building momentum. This is that magical, incredible inflection point where your net worth is actually increasing more from your investment returns than it is from the money you're saving from your paychecks. The psychological shift when this happens is massive. Your money is now, officially, working harder than you are. You can feel the engine of your wealth machine finally kick into high gear. Honestly, the best way to think about it is with this powerful metaphor. It's the point where that financial snowball you've been so carefully and painstakingly rolling uphill finally starts rolling downhill on its own and becomes an unstoppable avalanche of growth.
Mastering this mindset also means you have to understand the huge difference between strategic spending and lifestyle inflation. See, strategic spending is intentional. It genuinely enhances your life. Think amazing family vacations, preventative health care, or paying for services that buy you back precious time. Lifestyle inflation, that's usually mindless. It's just upgrading your car or your clothes to keep up with appearances, and it keeps you stuck on the financial treadmill. It's the difference between buying freedom and just buying more stuff.
And finally, your 40s are the time to start thinking beyond just yourself and create a financial legacy plan. This is what transforms your wealth from a personal goal into a multi-generational tool. It's about thinking how your money can have a lasting impact, whether that's funding your kids' education, really teaching them about money, or supporting causes you deeply believe in. You're no longer just saving for your own retirement, you're building something that's going to outlive you.
So we've got the defense, the offense, and the mindset. But what's the master key that locks it all into place and guarantees it actually happens? Well, the answer is intelligent automation.
The real goal is to build a financial ecosystem where your money just flows exactly where it needs to go without you even thinking about it. Your paycheck gets deposited, your savings accounts automatically get topped up, your investments and retirement are funded, and your bills get paid all on autopilot. This isn't about being lazy. It's about being incredibly strategic and freeing up all that mental energy for the things in life that truly matter. Because in the end, it all comes down to this. The decisions you make right now in this championship decade are going to define the rest of your life. This is your playbook for winning the game while you still have plenty of time on the clock. So the choice is yours. Will it be margaritas on a beach, or will it be greeting customers at a big box store?